this book is giving. Tell me I won't be crying. That is why. If a blurb or a synopsis don't grab my attention, what is the point? What is the point? There's no point in reading it. We have a book haul. Hi and welcome back to my channel. If you clicked on this video, then you know, 1, this is going to be a huge book haul. 2, I read romance. These are all the books that I purchased in the month of January. If you are interested in seeing what books I picked up, what books you might want to put on your book haul, books that you might want to pick up, keep watching. Let's do a count. We have 55 books here. So we have a big, a huge book haul. So if you'd like to see what books I got some really popular books. I've got books that I have always wanted copies. I got some popular TikTok books. I got books by authors I've never heard about. Y'all, I just went overboard and I bought books. Let's go through them. Let's start off with all the books that I picked up by Lucy Score. I've heard a lot of things about this author. However, I have not read any of her books. If you want me to read any of these books that you saw in this haul, mention them down below and we can start building my March TBR. The first book that I ever saw by this author was The Things We Never Got Over. This I've seen all over TikTok. Some people like it, some people don't. I might be one of those readers that like it, or I may be one that don't like it, but we'll see. To each their own, right? So I picked up this one and I believe it had like a book 2. I picked up this one, Things We Left Behind. I got these books from Book Outlet, so we got like discounted things, right? It was marked down, so I'm like, why not get it? So I picked up that one. So those are the only books that I know that I have seen on Book Talk by Lucy Score, but I saw these and I was really interested. I saw this one, Forever Never, and it says she'll always be his problem. And I read the blurb and I was like, hello. This is what grabbed my attention about this book. You don't fall for your brother's high school sweetheart, your boss's daughter, or your ex-wife best friend, especially when they're all the same woman. Like, their families are probably so connected and you fall for the same woman. That's what made me pick up this book. I haven't seen anyone talking about this book. If you have read any of these books and you enjoyed it, please let me know. And then I picked up these 2, like I think they're part of a series, but I didn't pick up all the books in the series. Finally Mine, Pretend You Are Mine. They seem to be from the same series, however, each book has its own couple, and it says years of pent-up pining are about to be unleashed. Hello? That is what I like. That is what I like. Okay? This one, Finally Mine. And it says, if this is pretend, why does it feel so real? So this is giving me fake dating. Yeah. Fake dating. And then the last book that I picked up by Lucy Score is Rock Bottom Girl. Starting over never looked so good. What happens when a fake relationship gets a little too real between the sheets? A lot of people know about this series, the Hoops series. So I actually own a copy of Long Shot. I love Long Shot. I've recommended Long Shot on this platform, but I've never read Block Shot or Hook Shot. These are not the newest covers. I think these are the old covers. I think, I don't know. But all I know, I've seen other covers with cartoonish characters on it. But I like these. I like that they are discreet. Kennedy Ryan, she never lets me down. So I know going into this book, I'm going to love it. I already own the first book. So now I have all 3 books. I have the completed series. I picked up this book, The House of Eve, and this book is a historical fiction about issues affecting Black young women and motherhood in the 20th century. I'm really interested in reading this one and just expanding what I normally read. Okay, I read a lot of contemporary romances. That is what I've been talking about on my channel for quite some time, and I just want to change things up. Let's do these, and I'm sure you're seeing some popular names here. I just needed to know what the hype was. Let's start off with Anna Wong. So I own book 1, Twisted Love, and I've owned that for quite some time, and Book Outlet was having a sale, and I thought to myself yet again, Giselle, why not pick it up? I picked up book 2 and book 4. Book 3 wasn't really grabbing my attention, and as much as I would love to own the entire series, if a blurb or a synopsis don't grab my attention, what is the point? What is the point? There's no point in reading it. So therefore, I did not buy it. So that's why we will have an incomplete series, but at least I know I'll read the book. Yet again, I did not pick up all the books in the series. Why? They just did not grab my attention. This is what I picked up from the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. I picked up Twisted and I picked up Wretched. And you're probably thinking, Giselle, so what happened to the others? First of all, Hooked never interested me, and I read Scar and I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So I only picked up these 2. However, I do believe they only had these 2. I can't remember, but I'm excited to read these, to be quite honest. I've heard good things about these 2, so I'm taking your word for it. I'm trusting you. If you have read it, comment below and let me know if it's something that you enjoyed. I picked up Love Redesigned. This book is from the Lakefront series. Now, I read Terms and Conditions and I went in thinking, oh, I love interracial romances. I'm probably gonna like this, enjoy it. And based on the hype, it felt really flat to me. It felt so flat. I was like, what are you guys talking about? We did not, no way, in any form or fashion, read the same book. But I'm like, I'm gonna give her a second chance. Oh, this book is giving. It is giving childhood rivals. It is giving enemies to lovers. It is giving. Can you imagine that he said if he caught on fire, Dahlia would fan the flames with a smile? I think this is one I definitely will enjoy. Hopefully, I don't regret buying it. I picked up 3 books from the Brutal Birthright series. This book has 6 in it. I picked up book 3, which is Savage Lover. I picked up book 5, Broken Vow. And I believe book 6, Heavy Crown. You are probably thinking, Giselle, why 3? Because that's all they had. That is all they had. Book 1, book 2, and a book 4, I'll probably get it when they restock or something like that. But as it is right now, these are the ones that I have. I have read Brutal Prince and I enjoyed it. I listened to the audiobook. It was good. Oh, and the author is Sophie Lark. Let me know your thoughts. Like, I picked up these 2 books from B. Celeste. And the reason being is I just loved the cover, and the cover kept pulling me in. The cover kept drawing me in. It is football, so it is a sports romance. And if you know your girl, I love a good sports romance. Have I been reading a lot of them? No, I haven't. So I'm looking forward to reading these 2. And it is Dare You to Hate Me and Beg You to Trust Me. Look at this one, y'all. Look at this one. I think this one is gonna be good. This is from the Linden U2 series. This is book 1 in the series, and this is book 2 in the series. Like, how is that? I never get books in order. Look at this cover. It is just gorgeous. Look at this. It is just gorgeous. I love this cover. Filthy Rich Fate by Geneva Lee. So we have Kate and Kate has to go and beg for her brother's life. She swore she would never step foot in New Orleans. She knows that it is run by a crime family. There's also otherworldly things that happens there, and she's like, she'll never do it. However, to save her brother, she would do what she needs to do. Yeah, I'm feeling all the books, but this one just like, I feel like I want to pick up this one right now. And I do love the sprayed edges. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So here I have for you Sunrise by Susan May Warren. The story in itself seems very heartwarming. It's something that I'll probably be giggling and smiling while I am reading. And in this book, the MMC has this family fight, and so he decides to basically run away. He joins the Air Force and he returns a decade later to inherit the family business, which is the Sky King Ranch. However, when he returns home, he's returning to way more. He is returning to a child that he had no idea he had, because why? He ran away 10 years ago. How is that going to work? I came across this book, All That Really Matters, by Nicole Deese, and this book is giving young adult or college student age. She is into fashion and social media. That is her thing, and so she has to do like a placement at a transitional program for aged out foster kids, and they're having issues with finances. This makes her look at life so differently, because she's all about the glam. As you can see from the cover, she's all about that beauty stuff, living that type of lifestyle. But here she's going to find young people her age that practically are going to be homeless if they don't get things together to be able to move into housing. I've never read anything like this, yo. I've never. I'm hoping the story is fascinating, but Lord, I'm hoping for some romance. I have another like swoony lighter read, The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter, and this one is giving healing in it, in that her sister died 18 months ago, and so they're doing their annual family vacation, and I guess she's going to meet someone on this vacation who always had a crush on her, and something is going to happen. That is what I'm hoping for. Honestly, the blurb isn't giving me much, but I felt that this was so cute and I should read it. Y'all know this book very well. However, I did not read this book when everyone else was hyping about it. I didn't. The Chase by L. Kennedy. I wasn't too sure if I wanted to read it, and I thought to myself, Giselle, everything that you were holding yourself back from reading the last 2 years, let's read it. Let's read it. So this is book 1 in the Briar University or the Briar U series. People love this. They raved about this. It's really hyped. And I'm gonna read it. But you know what I realized? When a lot of books are really hyped, I don't enjoy it as much. But it is given Grumpy Sunshine, hockey, romance. So the Grumpy Sunshine, because of that particular trope which I love, I'll read it. And if you follow me and you haven't read this one and you want me to read it, please comment down below. I will add this to my TBR, maybe March, maybe. I have for you One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now, she has been on the Goodreads list for a number of years, right? Her books are always up there. However, I've never seen this one, and I thought to myself, why not? It says this is about a breathtaking new love story about a woman unexpectedly forced to choose between the husband she has long thought dead and the fiancé who has finally brought her back to life. That is why I knew there had to be a reason I picked this up. To have a husband that just disappeared long ago, and then you're engaged now because you're finally moved on after a number of years, and then he comes back. Wilder by Rebecca Yarros. Everyone knows Rebecca Yarros for the Fourth Wing and that series, right? I myself love that series, but I decided to read some of her other books that we don't often see, and I picked up this one, Wilder. So it is about this woman who has finally decided to get her life together. She is going on this work study cruise and she has to tutor someone. She ends up with Paxton Wilder, and he is like this daredevil and X-game champion. So they have completely different personalities, but you know what? A good opposite attracts. It's always chef's kiss. See, I do. So this is 3 stories in one, and I thought, why not test out authors this way? So we have Say I Do by Rachel Hawk, Becky Wade, and Katie Ganshut. So each of them have a different story. So we have A Brush with Love. This is by Rachel Hawk. Love in the Details by Becky Wade. And then we also have An October Bride by Katie Ganshut. Listen, I've never read anything by these authors, so I'm like, why not? But I love the cover, and I love that it's given cute, and I love that it's given sweet. It is also given contemporary. However, it's probably given clean. But we are trying clean this year. We are trying clean this year. To Have and to Hold. This is another clean romance, I believe, and it is by Betsy S. Ament, Becky Wade, and Katie Ganshut. And their stories are Love Takes the Cake, a September wedding story. Ooh, The Perfect Arrangement, an October wedding story. And Love in the Details, a November wedding story. Didn't I just see Love in the Details there? Yeah, by Becky Wade, right? I feel cheated that she would write over the same story in To Have and to Hold, the same one that she put in Say I Do. Like, side-eye much? Look how pretty this cover is, y'all. This is so pretty. This is Love and the Dream Come True by Tammy L. Gray, and it is about this celebrity. He's a musician and he's facing a difficult decision. He either has to become a sellout or he has to give up his career, and he chooses to go back to his small town. And I just feel this is going to give a small town romance, and then he's going to find his childhood sweetheart or something like that. I don't know. But I want to meet Cameron in this book. This is cute. I think that's why I got it. I have another like cute looking cover too here. It is Turn to Me, and it is also by Becky Wade. His promise will cost him far more than he imagined. Wow. Oh my gosh. So his inmate who is dying wants him to find his daughter. Oh my gosh, this is so teary. Oh gosh, I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about this. Oh, my heart is aching. My heart is aching. My heart is aching for this guy. It's aching for Luke. Man, we still have some more. Like, oh, I'm excited now. I'm excited now. I'm excited now. Because why? Because look, I finally own another copy of a Brittany Cherry's book. So this is The Fire Between High and Low, and it is part of the Element series. I think this might be book 1. I was wrong. I was so wrong. This is book 2. Book 1 is The Air He Breathes, and I've always wanted to read that one. But this is book 2, so regardless, anything by Brittany Cherry is good. Anything, it is good. You just don't know if you might be getting a black romance, an interracial romance. You never know what you get from Brittany Cherry, and that is one of the things that I like about her. There once was a boy and I loved him. Logan and I was complete opposites. I danced and he stood still. He was quiet while I ran my mouth. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. This is Grayson's Vow by Maya Sheridan, and it says, some vows are meant to be broken, but others are worth risking everything for, even your heart. Y'all know she is a really good author. There were some other books that I wanted to pick up by her, but for some reason this one just stood out more than the rest. So this is the one that we're going to read. I had no idea that this was a popular book on TikTok because I really haven't seen it on my feed. Right now, I'm trying to figure out which one do I read first. So I have If Only I Told Her, right? So If Only I Told Her That I Loved Her Years Ago, then I wouldn't be here now. And here it has, If He Had Been With Me, Everything Would Have Been Different. So I guess one is his point of view and one is her point of view. So which one do I read first, right? Amazon isn't helping me. So which one do I read first? I'll probably have to go on the author's website to figure out which one to read first. This is a young adult book that I really look forward to. Man, I hope I won't be crying. Tell me I won't be crying. I picked up 5 books by Monica Murphy. These books here, these first 4 books, these are from the Lancaster Prep series. I have books 2 to 5. I did not get book 1, nor did the website have book 6, but that is fine. So book 2 is A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. Book 3, Promises We Meant to Keep. Book 4, I'll Always Be With You. And book 5, You Said I Was Your Favorite. Oh, let me show you the covers. They're all like pretty similar and have like this look going for them. This is book 4, and this one is book 5. And then I have this one here, which is All My Kisses for You. This is really cute. It is really girly, and it is the return of the book talk sensation with a new generation at Lancaster Prep. I think I picked up this one because it was probably book 1 in the spin-off series. I probably didn't see the other books, or I didn't know if I wanted to get it, but I'm excited. Have I read anything by Monica Murphy? No, I haven't. Do I own other Monica Murphy's books? Yes, I do. Don't judge. We listen, but we don't judge. I have these BIPOC books here, so I'll go through them and show you what I have. These do look to be books with black characters, which I'm all about. I'm not too sure if all of them are contemporary. I cannot remember. The first one that I have is The Devonport by Crystal Marquise. So we have this one. This is giving historical romance. I love their outfit. I'm not too sure about the shiny cover, but I'm more interested in the story that it's going to tell, because it's going to take us back to a wealthy black family back in the day. I want to see how things go. They talk about carriage. A carriage. I can't remember the last time that I read a book that had a carriage in it. I have the referral program, and this is by Shamara Reed. This one is given thin, which is fine, but this is about women in like their late 30s, early 40s, and they're doing this internal referral program in that they believe that their ex wasn't right for them, but he might be the right one for their friend. So they have this internal referral going on with their ex. It is interesting. It is interesting. The concept, I don't know, but I just thought that it would be interesting to read to see if their plan actually works. I have this one here. First of all, the cover, it is gorgeous. I love this cover. It is ruthless. This is the author's debut novel, and it is about a marriage in crisis. She wants one thing, he wants another. She's thinking about going back home to Ghana. This story takes place in London, not America like most of the books that I read. It takes place in London, and I want to see how they're able to resolve the issues in their marriage. Like, what went wrong? Did they just fall apart? Like, what was it? what was it? Is it that one person wants one thing and the other person wants something completely different? I picked up this one. First of all, this cover looks familiar, doesn't it? So this is Black Girls Must Be Magic. She's the author of Black Girls Must Die Exhausted. Have I read that book? No. Do I own that book? Yes. Will I read that book? Yes. Do I know when I'm going to read that book? No. But I like it. I love the cover. And I have Forged by Blood, and this is book 1 in the Tainted Blood duology. This I thought was giving young adults. I'm not too sure at this point, but it promises to be action-packed, full of magic and emotion, and it is set in a high atmospheric complex world in which a young woman who has had everything stripped away from her, right? And she's caught between two men and she seeks vengeance for her mother's murderer and the spilled blood of her people. This book, it is inspired by Nigerian mythology. So I've never read anything like that. We are down to our final 11 books. Never again. Period. I have 4 books by Laura Thalassa, and it is all part of the same series, the 4 Horsemen series. I have book 1, Pestilence. Book 2, it is War. Book 3 is Famine. And book 4 is Death. The 4 horsemen, they came to earth: pestilence, war, famine, and death. The 4 horsemen, riding their screaming steeds, racing to the corners of the world. 4 horsemen with the power to destroy all of humanity. They came to earth and they came to end us all. Should I be scared? Should I be scared? Huh? Should I be scared? I have Blood Gift, and this is by N.E. Davenport. This is book 2 in the Blood Gift duology. They probably did not have book 1, and it seemed really interesting, which is why I wanted to read it. And it says that it is Legendborn meets Red Rising in this stunning conclusion. Okay, it is fast-paced, it is action-packed, it is sky fantasy duology. Oh my goodness. I really want to read this. Oh my goodness. So this is talking about how a young Black woman, she must go through some different trials in order to become an elite warrior. These trials are also racist. She has to survive these deadly trials in a very racist and misogynistic society just to become an elite warrior. I also picked up The Ruthless Faking by Leah Stone. This is book 3 in this series. This is an arranged marriage, and the Princess of the Fall, she knew she would have to marry whoever her father told her she would have to marry. However, the person that she expected wasn't who she got. She got someone else, and this is the person that has caused unimaginable losses to their kingdom. So she's not really happy about it, but she doesn't really have a say about it. I can only imagine the banter, the chaos, the rebellion that I'm going to get in this book. I have A Promise of Fire, and this is by Amanda Bushi. This is part of a 4-book series. This is book 1. I did good this time. It is also a fantasy romance. I've never heard anything about this author. If you have, let me know. It speaks of magic and warlords. I'm hoping that this book has a lot of action in it. So this is very interesting. This is Mark of the Raven, and it is part of the Ravenwood saga. It is written by Morgan L. Bousset, and this one talks about where she comes into her powers, but she don't know if it is a curse or if it is a gift. Just because she has discovered certain secrets about her family, she thought that it was a blessing, but now that she's responsible for assassinations, she's like, I don't want to be assassinating nobody. So yeah, this also looks like almost like a young adult or new adult. Here I thought, oh, I'll have to go look for book one. Book one. So this is book one here, The Blood Trials, and this is book two, The Blood Gift. I don't know how I missed it, but I do have it. So I have both books in the duology. However, one was hardcover and the other was just a paperback, so I had them separated. I have The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, and this is book two in the Night-Born Duet by Carissa Broadbent. I need part one. This is part two. I don't have part one, and part one is The Serpent and the Wings of Night. I know that I definitely cannot read this book unless I read part one. I've seen this quite a lot on my FYP, and that is why I picked it up, and I'm hoping by some miracle that it is a good duet. And the final book I have is The Five Broken Blades by May Corland. This is indeed part one of the Broken Blades series. So the five Broken Blades, I believe each character will have their own book. So it says that the five most dangerous liars in the land have been mysteriously summoned to work together for a single objective: kill the God King Goon. So that would mean there are five of them gathering. So each of them will have their own book. We are now on the second book. So I have to wait, what, 5 books before I get an ending? No. She will wait. She will wait until the other books in the series are released, because I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. No. Book 1 came out of May last year. Book 2 just came out this month. So how long will I have to wait for book 3? Book 2 is The Four Ruined Realms. So again, I feel like it is going to be another character mentioned in this book. So I would have to wait how long? How long? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. We shall wait. When it reach maybe book 4, then I'm not doing it again. I'm not. So there you have it. These are all the books that I picked up from my last order from Book Outlet. It was a very big order. Will I be placing another order anytime soon? No. This was ridiculous. This was too much. If you enjoyed the video though, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you'd like to see more book hauls, more book reviews, if you want me to read any of these books that you saw in this haul, mention them down below and we can start building my March TBR. Bye!